how do you learn about who you're going to vote for is what we're kind of thinking about. So, Lee.
Or you could do some research on their background history and see if they've done something in the past that might not have been the smartest idea, or if they've done something that has made a greater impact in a positive way.
Yeah, great. It's really important that they know about how our government works, how to become active in it, what are appropriate channels for, trying to change things. And hopefully that will, I hope, help avoid things like, January 6th.
The surveys on Americans' understanding of their democracy are grim. 56% of them know the three branches of government. Only 1 in 4 could pass the national citizenship test. So Ms. Wessels has turned to an educational nonprofit called iCivics.
iCivics is the brainchild of Sandra Day O'Connor. She stepped down from the court in 2006 and really felt quite compelled to do something to ensure that every generation knew how our systems of government worked. And finally was convinced by a child of one of her former clerks that games were the way to reach students.
iCivics is bringing free, nonpartisan educational tools to 9 million American students a year. There are hundreds of lesson plans for teachers to choose from, and 14 games that put students at the center of the action, like Cast Your Vote, which helps them explore candidates' platforms.
You could raise your hand if you wanted to say something and ask them a question about it. Like, there were choices you got to pick. Me and Kat chose health, and because we think that's very important for you to have good doctors.
And brings them into the voting booth.
It feels like a holiday, like you're voting for someone that's going to take care of the city or that takes care of you.
And do I have a right about our constitutional protections?
Well, it's still a silly cartoon game. It does teach you a lot about how the justice and court systems work.
Now, a bipartisan alliance in Congress is supporting the Civics Secures Democracy Act to invest $5 billion in American civics and history education.
This feels completely different now. There is a great deal of momentum. Civic education is the bedrock for a strong economy. Civic education is a national imperative because it's so deeply related to national security issues. There are serious consequences to our nation, and we need to change that right now.